October Red Boxing here with the European champion, Jordan Gill. Welcome and thank you for being a guest on the channel.
Well, thanks for having me.
One thing that stood out to me when I was listening to obviously the presser, and please forgive my ignorance, I didn't realise all your trials and tribulations as a fighter, and then when Eddie was sort of like alluding to the fact about a make or break fight, it made my heart sink a little bit. I mean, talk to us about that, because hearing your promoter say that and obviously everything you've been through, talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, they're all make or break fights, you know. This fight is a world title eliminator. I have to eliminate Kiko Martinez to get to that world title shot. So in a way, every fight you have is an eliminator until you get to where you want to get. So, you know, all my fights in my career have been eliminators, and we're going to attack it and look good doing it.
Attacking is something that you're no stranger to doing. I was watching the fight that you had, eardrums, balance. How on earth did you still stay in that fight after both your eardrums? Explain that to me, because that was no short of a miracle.
I think, you know, it's mental strength, resilience, toughness, and, you know, skills at the end of the day. You know, I still timed the shot, I still made him miss, I still dug downstairs and took the wind out of him before I landed that shot. I did set it up. So for me, I was confident that I was still going to win that fight, even from the corner, and you have to be.
When you're going back into the corner, say for example you start to notice that, hold on, something's not right here, what are your thoughts going back into the corner, and what were the conversations you were having with your coach?
You know, it was explaining that what was going on, you know, the knee, my eardrums, the balance side of things, and it was a case of Dave sort of sitting me down and saying, look, relax, do what we do in the gym, slip the shots, keep digging downstairs, keep working away, and you know, opportunity will come. His jab was getting a little bit sloppier, and yeah, and you know, it was only a matter of time before I timed one over the top. I tried it in the 8th, rocked him back on his heels, and I thought then I knew I'd get him.
How important is it, like you said, you feel like, oh my gosh, what is going to happen next? You get the confidence back with your coach's wise words, and then you go out there and you start to put the pressure back on him, and you see, okay, I've got him now. Does everything then just go out the window, and it's like, okay, we're back in sort of like round one where you're just willing to go at it?
No, do you know what? It looks like chaos from the outside looking in, but inside it's sort of I'm very good at keeping a calm head, and I feel pretty level-headed all the time. Even when everything's going wrong, I never really panicked. It was more matter of fact thing to just, you know, keep doing what you're doing, change this, change that, and just stick with it.
It says a lot about your personality, your character, being able to keep that level head through adversity. Is that due to everything that you've been through as a fighter, or is that just the way Jordan is?
Probably a mixture of both. Probably everything that's happened to me in my life means that I can't get hot-headed and stuff like that, and I'm that laid back that I'm horizontal. I'm just a chilled guy, so a mixture of both probably.
That will stand you in good stead for this fight that you're going in with Keycon Martinez, a fighter that I think he's likeable because of his skill, because of his ability, and you've said it yourself, someone that you admire, not an idol, but then becomes your rival.
Yeah, he's a fantastic fighter, he's a legend of the sport, and there's no way that you can't respect him. He's been there, done it all, he's been two-time, two-weight world champion, he's gone to everybody's backyard to fight him, and you know, upset some great fighters, so he's a tough test, and it's going to make for a fantastic fight.
It definitely will, and you're someone that always have people getting up and down out their seats. You are an exciting fighter and somebody that shows that grit in there, and I do really believe that it's a good style of fights with you two getting together. Obviously he came up short against Josh Warrington, but obviously that shocker win against Kid Galahad. When you look at attributes of a fighter, because obviously weaknesses are there, I understand that, but what attributes do you see of Kiko that you can manipulate and turn this to your fight for your advantage?
Every advantage is a disadvantage. So if he's short, I'm going to be tall. If he's strong, I'm going to relax. if he's got power, I'm gonna have speed. And the way you attack anything in life is, you don't go strength for strength. You work around it, and I'm good at adapting, and we'll have to in this fight.
I like the way you looked at that, because I've never looked at it that way before. It's like working with polar opposites to get that balance and then pull them into your fight. How do you intend to pull Kiko into your fight to make this Jordan Gill's fight, to make sure you maintain that belt so you can go on? Is it the IBO?
Oh, yeah.
IBF Eliminator, I do beg your pardon.
I've just got to be smart and do what I do in the gym. I've got to be sharp and on point, and I can't give away all the secrets. But I've got to be on the ball, basically.
And that I'm sure you will be. Your trainer then, somebody that you've been with for a long time, how important is it to have that bond with your trainer that will get you through those tough times that you will often face, as fighters do, especially as you're going up the ranks? You are climbing up those ranks. The higher you go, the harder it's going to be. I think Roy Jones Jr. said to me once, there's people at the top of the hill and you want to get there, but it's about maintaining it once you get there. And how important is it to have that support from your coach?
Oh, it's hugely important, because, like, as a coach and trainer, like as a coach and fighter, you have to know each other inside out. You have to look for the signals and understand what each other's going through. Dave's been a fighter himself. He's experienced literally everything that you can experience in a boxing ring, like I have now. So he's gone away on as the underdog. He's been on away territory. He's lost. He's probably been down. He's won fights. He's won fights that people didn't expect him to, and that's what makes him a good coach, is because all them experiences put it into being the best coach possible, and he is, and he knows what makes me tick, and he knows how to get the best out of me.
And that is going to really help with the trust as well. Like you said, when you came back into the corner, when you knew your ears were gone, one of the things is relax. Taking that nervousness, that edginess of, oh my gosh, my balance, oh my gosh, I'm going to fall if I get hit, and all of that. How important is that?
Oh, massively important. You gotta have that trust. I know if Dave tells me to do something, I don't question it, because I know it's gonna work. As long as I do it properly, the way he asks, then I've got no issues.
So we're going to be positive, and we're not going to overlook anyone. We're expecting another entertaining fight. Keycon Martinez, yourself, two people, and like I said previously, I do believe the styles gel well. But then, looking past this, should you come through, you've got Eliminators. Who are you eyeing up in the division that you'd think, you know what, our styles would be good together? Who would you like to fight if you had a pick?
Well, this fight is an IBF Eliminator. Josh Robinson's the IBF champion.
Yes.
So that's the obvious one, isn't it? I want to fight for world titles, and he's the champion. So for me, that's the one.
That's if Lara doesn't get to him first, because Lara's literally put out a bounty on his head saying that he wants to retire him. Your thoughts on that? Because this is what you're going to be coming up against, these tough fighters that are like, hold on a minute, I want what he's got.
Yeah, Lara's a very good fighter in his own right. He's got serious power, and he's already upset Josh Robinson, and obviously got a draw. Unfortunate technical decision the second time round. So he's going to be the same way that I'm gunning for a world title shot. He's gunning for his own. You never know. We might end up meeting before that.
Another person that you might meet, I know you said he's your friend, but Lee Wood, the same division again. How do things like that work? You're not in the same stable, you're friends, but you're on sort of like the same trajectory.
Yeah, well, he's a world champion already, and he's defending his title. I don't think we'll ever fight, because we lived together for like 7 years, and it's just like it's a little bit too close. But people, we could sell tickets for the sparring sessions, so that's the main thing.
I like it. Jordan, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for your time, being a guest on October Red Boxing, and of course, all the best for Saturday night.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing, and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.